get towards instruction. And so I just wanted to put that on the radar of the board and start some dialogue, because we are going to be seeking out your approval for programs and professional development and things to address this, to help support our children. And we'll talk about later on in the board meeting. I have student attendance reports as well, and we can see how many students were missing from school. Is there any questions about the Safe to School data?
I was just curious, do you have a further breakdown of by building, by age group, or?
I can do that, yes,
That'd be
absolutely.
great, thank you.
Yeah, the majority of them are in middle school and high school. It's very rare that we have them from the elementary center, but it's not to say that we don't.
I would hope that's the case, but I'm just curious.
Sure, I can break it down.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Assistant to the Superintendent.
Good evening. Just a few things that are on the radar for curriculum department for December. We're going to be starting the curricular cycle review. We've been working with the department heads and the administration to look at our curriculum and start the process of revising and revamping what we're currently doing, and hopefully looking for our curricular gaps and updating our curricular materials. Also, in December, we are meeting with the guidance department to do our 339 plan, which is really, we work with our counseling and career readiness standards. That needs to be updated and sent to the state by February. Also, I'm currently finalizing proposed curriculum budget for next year. I'm looking at, with Mr. Rare, all of our grants, and we're reviewing them, and I'm going to do an update of all of our grants at the January meeting, what we have allocated, what we've spent so far, and kind of our projections for next year. And then finally, I just wanted to say the comp plan and the associated documents are on the board agenda to be approved tonight. And I really want to thank the steering committee and everyone who helped in the last 3 months to really get that plan done. It's due by the state by November 30th, so after it's approved, I will send it off to the state, and they will get us a review, and if it passes, we'll receive a letter by December. Thank you.
Thank you. Business Administrator.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Over the past few weeks, the business office, in conjunction with the superintendent, Office of the Superintendent, have begun the process of conducting budgetary meetings with the pertinent departments within the district. The goal of these meetings is to provide an earlier view of anticipated finances required to operate the district in the coming fiscal year. These meetings will continue into the month of December, with an anticipated preliminary budget being provided to the board in early January. Some good news, the final quotation for the auditorium improvements was received today, and the business office will be evaluating all of those submittals and be making recommendations on the project in the coming weeks. And lastly, we would like to wish everyone in the district and the community a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thanks, Ed. Administration, Mr. Slotz.
Yeah, I'd like to take the time to recognize some of our athletes who were selected by the coaches in the league. Volleyball first team all-league selections were Laura Thomas and Haley Ginder. Second team all-league selections were Lily Kirshner and McKenna Snyder. And honorable mention selections were Lila Kirshner and Maya Snyder. For girls soccer, Charlie McHugh was selected as first team forward. Sadie Monk, second team forward. Miley Lutzko, second team mid. Carissa Moyer, second team mid. Cheyenne Marks, second team defense. Riley Walker, honorable mention mid. And Lee Ubari, honorable mention defense. Boys soccer, Mason Marshall was selected as the second league MVP. AJ Light was a first team forward selection. Matt Safranco, first team mid selection. AJ Light, first team defense selection. Jackson Strauss, second team defense. And Levi Monk, second team. honorable mention goalkeeper was Bryce Miller. Our boys soccer coach Dave Gobb was the AA Coach of the Year. And for cross country, Owen Surface finished 4th at leagues and triggered a selection as a league all-star. And Elijah Pagano also finished 17th at leagues, which was selected as a league all-star. So those were the fall sports all-league selections so far by the league. For our athletes, some of them have not been announced yet, and then our winter sports season started on Friday, so we're kind of in between seasons with winter sports just starting up. The first competition date is next Friday, December 2nd, for winter sports.
Thank you. Ms. Kessler?
The fall and winter months are a busy time of data collection and submission for the special education office. Just to update everybody, we recently submitted our final Act 16 count, which is a report of expenditures related to the education of exceptional students, for the prior school year. Our next PIM submission will be our December 1 child count. This data is required under IDEA and is used for the monitoring of programs and activities for students with disabilities. To date, the count of students that are eligible to receive special education services in the Lee Heighton Area School District is 422 students.
Thank you. Ms. Volstead?
Over the summer, we were informed that the overall template for our school district website is retiring, so we have a task at hand to pick out a new template and work on revising some of what is on our website. So I met with all of the office staff in all 3 buildings because our website, they basically put together the websites that are on for each school building, as well as the district office staff that works on the district website. So over the course of the school year, we'll be updating our website, revising it, kind of revamping it to kind of unveil our new template. We've got a couple to choose from. We want to pick one that won't be retiring within the next few years, so that's also a task that we have. And recently, actually today, I sent out a survey link to our staff to answer some questions about our district website, what they think of it, how easy is it to navigate, what changes would you like to see, things like that, as well as a survey for community as well. That was sent via the Swift Reach system, as well as a link on our school district website will pop up as well. So we'll be collecting that data for the rest of this month and next month, and then using it to help drive kind of what our navigation of our website should look like. We do realize that there's lots of areas that we can improve upon, so this is an exciting undertaking for not just the IT department, but the office staff as well.
Great, thank you. Mr. Zimmerman?
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Elementary Center, some information since our last school board meeting. I'd like to thank Mrs. Brown-Miller, our school librarian. We successfully had the book fair held at the Elementary Center. She did have some volunteers there. I appreciate all the students, staff, and parents coming out and supporting our library through the book fair. It's always great to talk to parents as they're shopping through the book fair, and it's always great to see kids walking out of our building with some good books. All of our after-school programs are up and running. We now have Good News Club at the Elementary Center. We have our Shine program continuing, and also the Science Explorers program has begun in the last couple of weeks, and we do have a good turnout for all of our clubs. We successfully had our parent-teacher conferences. We offered in person, over the phone, and the Google Meet, the virtual platform this year. We had a very, very good turnout as far as percentage of parents that participated in the parent-teacher conferences. So I do appreciate people taking time out to make sure that they are meeting and talking with the classroom teachers. It's always a great time to kind of touch base at the end of the first marking period. We did have a successful Veterans Day program for all students K-5. I do appreciate our local UBO. They had some guys come out and do a presentation for the kids, do a short program. We did some songs with the kids, and it was nice to make sure that we recognize our veterans and our Veterans Day program. So again, I do appreciate Mr. Long, Mr. Ravenall, Mrs. Culp, and many other staff members that helped put that together for our boys and girls. I feel that's important. The Harlem Wizards did an assembly for our kids last week. So they had a player come out and try and drum up some interest for the game, which is going to be held tomorrow night at the elementary center. We hope that as many kids, families, friends can come out and see the game, playing some Lehighton All-Stars staff members. It is also a fundraiser for youth and also for the elementary center PTO. They'll provide food and refreshments for sale in our cafeteria. And finally, our PTO is having a basket raffle being held for the public to view and to buy some chances for the basket raffle at the East Penn Sporting Club this coming Saturday, November 26th. So if you'd like to come out and check out some of the great baskets that they are raffling off, come on out and support our PTO. They do a great job for our school and our boys and girls. And again, that's this Saturday from 9 to 1 at the East Penn Sporting Club. Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Everett?
Middle school also conducted parent-teacher conferences along with the other buildings in the district. We offered the same kind of things as the elementary center did. Our teachers were able to provide in-person phone conferences and virtual with Google Meet. We also had our Veterans Day program with the UVO coming out from the Lehighton United Veterans Organization. This year we were also able to raise money and donate over $1,000 for the Tales of Valor. It's a program that they raise and train dogs for veterans with PTSD. One of the dogs was named after a Lehighton graduate who completed suicide and was suffering with PTSD from the war in Afghanistan. So it was a tribute to a veteran from Lehighton, and our donation was made in honor of him as well. That money was raised through the Student Advisory Council. Our Student Advisory Council at the middle school has been very active, not just raising the money for the dogs. On November 11th, they also conducted a dodgeball tournament, which is always a great thing. A lot of our students are involved in it, and the students had to pay to play, so basically it's going to be used as a fundraiser. Along with that, the Student Council also donated pizzas for any of the students who completed the summer reading program. If you remember, we tried a pilot program last year